Let me let Goddess get her cameo.
What? I'm in the mirror. I'm not looking in your camera.
What's up, family? It's none other than her. Sorry. Get out. Sorry. What's up, family? It's none other than your boy Jay Gets the Father. As usual, remember to be positive. Be optimistic. Keep positive people in your circle. Today we're gonna have a guest. I have a requested guest that I request. Well, I'm gonna have her on. Hira Sunblood, okay? Because she posted a video that prompted me to do this live. So I'm gonna invite you on. Oh, she just asked to be okay. She just said okay, and I ask everybody who's watching this back to give us your opinion. Okay, give us your perspective. Even if you disagree, still share, because especially if you disagree, because I'm anxious to know what your mindset is, like what your perspective is. Hello, Goddess.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm magically magnificent. How are you?
You messaged me that too. It was amazing when you said that. I was like, oh. No, I'm good.
Always on it. Magically magnificent. I don't care what's going on. I got magic flowing through me, so you can't fuck with me.
I'm gonna tell you for real. Your post be like making me feel good, because I be going off the meat rack sometime with my stuff, and you make me feel like, all right, I ain't doing too bad. Cause you know what I'm saying? Cause you be like, you be on their ass. I be like, oh look, she ain't playing that.
Hey, man, when I tell you that, like, the shit that I know, I can't play with people anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's like they say, with great power comes great responsibility. With great knowledge, it comes even more, man. When you know, you can't play.
Especially when you know and you actually care. See, some people know, right, and they just they know, and they don't want other people to know. Like, it's one of the things that tripped me out. Well, let me first off address the reason that I had you on here, and then we could just talk about random stuff. So anybody who's watching,
I cannot see you right now. Let me see. Hold on, let me come back.
Can everybody in the comments, can y'all somebody comment and let me know if you can see both of us. I just want to know if it's just her that can't see me or if it's everybody. But yeah, it be stuff tweaking in my lives all the time.
It's just technology. The sun is doing what it's doing. So
facts. And I be posting videos all the time about the connection between, geography or geology and the sun. Seismic activity in the sun. Like they talk about it all the time. It causes earthquakes. Like the sun causes earthquakes. They say that.
Right.
But yeah, so I brought the beautiful goddess y'all see here onto my live. For anybody watching this back, I brought her on because she made a post earlier, and I actually shared her post. It's the one with the guy from Power, right? The guy that was Ghost Man's on Power. He's a singer too, right?
Yeah. He's a singer.
And actor. She shared a video where he was walking in some nice African garment with a black woman and child, and kind of like promoting the whole black perspective, like, playing. Look, they even played the African music, slowed it down.
Man, when I seen it, I was like, oh, I could do this.
I said, look at that. But see, then she also, and I asked everybody who's watching this to go to her page and watch the video so you can see what I saw. You can see it on mine, it don't matter. But if you notice, she then cut to another scene of him doing a bunch of dancing with some white girls playing tennis in tennis outfits or whatever. You know what I mean? And it's like, wait a minute, what? It was just completely like, what? Whose side are you on?
But I'm telling you, when I seen it immediately, that's why I was like, let me go ahead and do this, because this right here is like, just stop.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it like, stop it. Either you, like I say, either you rock it with us or you not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But don't do that to us. Don't do that. Like, we got enough shit going on. We don't do that too. If you want to go over there and do that, stay over there with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
trying to influence.
Yeah, and it's like, cause like I said, I seen it, the video, and not even that. It was the image he put out there
Mm-hmm.
for me to even listen to the song.
Mm-hmm.
Now, had I not seen them walking down the street looking proud and all they neuromelanated essence,
You wouldn't even
I
look at
wouldn't
it.
stop. Yeah.
So he's
So
using it. Yeah.
yeah, it was like manipulating us. Also, I'm like, don't do that, because
Mm-hmm.
had my spirit told me to go look at his page,
Oh,
I would have
wow.
been listening to that song right now. You get what I'm saying?
Wow. I'm glad you
But
did
since I
that.
wouldn't go look, I was like, right, you're not getting no plays off of me. Nah, I'm not supporting this.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
That's why I had to share it. I said, look, I love that because the reason I love it is because it's such a straight, clear, concise, cookie cut example
Right.
of the fuckery that's taking place from
Mm-hmm.
these low vibrating motherfuckers that's taking advantage of those who are actually high vibrational and seeking more
Right.
information or maybe transforming into something different. Like, they're taking advantage of it. And there's people doing this on many levels. I mean,
Right.
there's other big
Oh
spiritual
man,
people that I'm not
it's
gonna say the name
horrible.
of or whatever, but
It's horrible.
there's people who are doing a lot of fuck shit. They selling you stuff they know, like using the names of
Right.
people who.
Man, look, let me tell you my experience, okay? Now, there was a brother from my area, and he was like, before I was even really on this journey, he
Mm-hmm,
was doing his thing, right?
mm-hmm,
And I seen him on Facebook and stuff, but my spirit be real,
mm-hmm.
and it was like, nah, you don't want to deal with dude, right? But everybody started following him. They was getting bracelets and all this stuff, and I was thankful that my brothers was actually learning about gemstones and all of that stuff. But at the same time, his energy was off, like his vibe was wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so one of my partners, my solar return was coming. He was like, "Oh, he's like, what you like?" And I said, "Oh, I wear gemstones." And he said, "Oh, well, I'm gonna reach out to him and get you." I said, "No, you're not. You're not getting me nothing from him." I said, "Matter of fact, I'm gonna go and find my own stones and make my own pieces." You know what I'm saying?
Right,
But
right.
you not about to buy me nothing from dude, right? And so a couple of days later, I was doing my folks' hair, and she asked me about him, and I said, "No, something off with him." And she told me how much he was charging for him, and I was like, "What?" I said, "Bruh, charging $80 to $100 for a bracelet, bruh." I
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, nah." So a couple of years passed by, and me and him ended up in the same room on Clubhouse. And when I figured out who it was, I just got out the room. I just left the room, like I'm not doing that with him.
Mm.
And so later on, somebody called me back into another room, and he was in there, and my head started hurting. And I said, "You know what?" I ended up messaging him, and I was like, "I know who you are, and I need to talk to you." And I told him, I said, "Hey, you're not doing this for the right reason. You doing this for money, and this is what we doing. The universe don't care about money." And he was like, "Oh, my Ashe, I put my Ashe." I said, "Man, I don't give a fuck about your Ashe, okay?" I said, "You wouldn't have it if it wasn't for the universe, for who we are." You know what I'm saying? So you charging somebody money, and I mean, I understand time and supplies and stuff like that,
Right.
but what you doing is
Yeah.
wrong. What
Yeah.
you doing is wrong, and you ain't doing it for the right reason. So you not about to get what you think you got coming to you. When
Mm-hmm.
you out here and you manipulating people and playing with people in the name of the spirit. Oh, you come on now. You don't do that. That's not what.
Yeah.
Yeah, you doing it for all the wrong reasons. And
Yeah.
he activates people, right? So he asked me, do I really know how to meditate? I said, I really don't know how to meditate. He
He
said, okay, well, I'm gonna
activates
teach.
people.
Yeah, yeah. He then went to like all kind of different places around the world, talking to different shamans and stuff, and trying to. And he was like, I had to pay money for that, and it was like, bro, you still you using your gift for the wrong thing. Still, you're not doing it right. So
Right.
when he did me, he was like, basically he did me for free, right?
Uh-huh.
But I knew after he did me that was the first time he really activated somebody in real, like really, really activated somebody. Everything else was cosplay. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because when what he did with me, when I did it, where I went to, I went. You get what I'm saying? So when I came back to my body and I looked at him, he looked like he saw a ghost. When I say bro looked like he was about to go through the wall, like push his back through the wall, because he was sitting in his chair so far back, so he was nervous. He was shook. And I'm like, well, if this is what you do, you should see people doing this all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But with me, I actually went to where I was supposed to go to. So that, like I said, I realized he had been playing this role all this time, but it worked to my favor because this is what I needed. He was put in my path at that moment for what I
Mm-hmm.
needed, but he still, even after I told him what I said, bro, you still doing this for the wrong reason. You're not gonna get the results you're looking for because you doing it for money. And I know him from the hood. He is one of them. He was one of them D boys. But he was one of them. And it's like you're still chasing money, but you're chasing it through spirituality now, and that's not okay. It's really not. And like I said, we get these artists and these entertainers and celebrities and stuff that's on this spiritual journey now, supposedly, and they just doing it for clout. And it's like, yeah, that's when that real fuck around and find out come out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's when that somebody in your family come up missing, you getting sick, type of shit like that start happening. You like, what? Why is this happening to me?
Playing.
Because
you playing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's a game to some people. I mean, and that's what I was saying on my live earlier. It's not a game. We got really like,
Right. That's why I said they playing with the game, but this is our life. This is who we are. And it's like the more we go down this journey, like I've been watching you for a long time. I take my hat off to you and my sister over there. I love them babies. I be watching y'all acting silly and just enjoying yourselves no matter what's going on. And I'm like, okay, they living it. You get what I'm saying? Y'all living it.
Yeah, 1,000.
Right. You ain't just living it while you on here, like most people.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is who we are.
I can look from people all the time. We do, everything. I do everything on purpose. I mean, like, and we really believe, we really stand by what we say, like the energy and everything. Because, like, for instance, it's people that lose their mind when something late. Like somebody, I know somebody, they had a rent bill that was going to be late. They could go into a fucking cardiac arrest, having an anxiety attack if they late. I woke up, got 5 children, and was homeless, and ain't nowhere. None of us was going to sleep that night. Just woke up and didn't know. I smiled, got a line, be positive, talking to everybody all that whole day. I don't even know where we going to sleep at. But I still jumping up, be positive. How y'all doing? I smile, meet people. People be like, man, I'm sorry you going through that. I'm like, bro, don't ever be sorry. You know what I'm saying? I don't even tell people what's wrong, what's going on with me, because I don't want to put too much on people. Because it seems like it's hard. Like, my God is pregnant, right? Oh, did you know that? Yeah, she due May 10th, right? So, yeah, we didn't tell nobody, though, because I don't want to scare people. Like, people like, oh, my God, y'all having another baby? Well, aren't you guys going? And I'm like, bro.
And that irritates the hell out of me right there. Like, what you not going to do? Don't put that type of energy on me and mine. What you guys are doing, y'all doing the right thing, but we supposed to be having babies. Shit. That's what we supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? And they'll sit here, like I have a cousin who, she's having a baby and she didn't tell nobody for hella long. And it's like, they didn't condition us to have us believing that us bringing our brothers and sisters back is something wrong.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that's what we're supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
So it's like, yeah, nah, don't, no, I'm so, man.
Yeah.
You already know I'm about to be sending y'all some more goodies. Like,
look, are we good? Look, and yeah, we're gonna be hitting you soon. The reason I haven't sent you, the reason I haven't hit you is because we still trying to, just get stable. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, before we didn't have it. I wasn't really. I ain't gonna go into too much detail, right? I'll talk to you.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, it ain't no. Yeah.
Yeah, but and it's like okay, so back to what we were talking about, how 1 minute they're all for us and the next minute they on the other side, right? And like I've said this before, but my son married a white chick, right? I don't fuck with my son.
My mother married a white guy too.
Yeah, I don't fuck with my son. Like, I love him, I got his back, but I always tell him, baby, I'll be here when you get back. That's all I say to him. I'll be here when you get back. And like right now, he moved in with my daughters, right? Because the girl, they got some stuff going on. The mama don't want him over there and all this stuff. And so the mom put him out because he's Muslim, okay?
Oh, boy.
So, Yeah, he
Oh,
Muslim, so he
that's deep.
cheating on the girl, and the mama like, oh, you cheat. He like, no, that's part of my religion, right?
I mean, hey, you don't fuck with religion. I mean, he ain't lying. Shit.
right, right. So I'm just like, it is what it is. I think it's hilarious, but um, one thing I had to check myself on because I like she can't speak to me. Like if she even looked my way, if she already know, don't I do this to her like quote don't say a word to me, right? But one day people brought it to my attention that she was calling my son nigga. She was saying nigga a lot, right? Nigga this, nigga that. So they come to me because they feeling uncomfortable, right? So, you know, I go and I got on her, right? And I told her, I said, I didn't give birth to him for you to call him no nigga. That's not what I did. I didn't take care of him for 18 years by myself for you to have that in your mouth when you address
Oh,
him. And
goodness.
so, you know, long story short, my son was upset with me, of course. You know what I'm saying? So I went and I had to check myself and I thought about it. Had I never called him one to begin with, he wouldn't be comfortable with her saying it or anybody else for that matter. So I apologized to him for me ever calling him anything but what I named him.
I give you
And
respect for that too. Sure, I do.
yeah, I did. I had to really check myself. Like, you know what? If I wasn't calling him from newborn on up, nigga this, nigga that, you know, then he wouldn't be so easy to accept it coming from her. And he don't see nothing wrong with her saying it. And his excuse for her is, oh, well, she's not all the way white. She's Hispanic
I was
too.
just going to ask you, was she one of them like black whites? Like, cause you got white people and then you got white people.
No, she white, but he says she's Hispanic too. And I have to explain to him what the fuck is a Spaniard. A
That's
Spaniard is a
right.
Caucasian as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. Spaniards are white. That's white. They know
Right.
that.
I said
They know that.
the only thing is the reason why they down there and not up here or supposedly Hispanic is because Spain lost the war up here. So she's still part of the colonizing people, so she's still a Caucasian. What do you mean? And then what baffles me is my son told me about 8 years ago or longer than that. He said, Mama, they landed here. He told me they landed here over 8 years ago. So I asked him the other day, I said, how the fuck you end up with one and you know they landed here?
What he said?
He just looked stupid. He gave me one of them dumb faces. but I brought the story back up because I realized, you know, like I told my son, I'll be here when you get back, right?
Right.
So now he's at my daughter's house. So now my daughters are dealing with him and his foolishness, right? And I realize even then I'm enabling the bullshit because I'm saying I'm gonna let you hurt us and still come back to us.
Right. Yeah.
You know, you turn your back on your mother and your sisters for her, and now we're still here picking up the pieces and trying to put you back together. And we do that so often as neuromelanated women, but neuromelanated men too, because y'all do that with us. We both catch it from when we step outside and go into them other entities, and when we dirt broke and fucked up and all of that, we come back to us.
Right.
And it's like man, we gotta stop doing that. Don't come to me when you at your lowest. And it's our nature to nurture everybody back to health.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do. So when he want like with these artists and shit, just like what's his name, the boy Jeezy. He
Young
went
Jeezy.
on with, yeah, he went on with the Asian chick, right? Now last time I seen him, he was with was it Megan Good, so one of them sisters.
I mean,
Like, nah, you like
yeah, you already know. They
right.
say the shit in their songs. They used to say in their songs, I want a pretty Puerto Rican. Like they used to say they want a pretty bitch with nice hair, and you know what I'm saying. They describe what they want, and it ain't black women. Like you know what I'm saying. So I don't
Right.
know
It
what
ain't,
black
it ain't your
women
mother.
do.
You don't want your mother or your sister. You know, and then
Unless
like
they put
now,
that hair in their head sometimes. If they put that hair in their head, they want them a little bit. But
right, and even you know, I've been on the hair lately too because you know that hair hurts us as well. But we want women rocking that hair because that's like you said, that's what's in the media. That's what they want. They want long Brazilian hair and you know thick and all this. Now they going to get their bodies done because they dudes want this, and it's like, what are we doing to ourselves? Like if I got to alter who I am for you, I don't need you.
facts.
But we don't have the self love to say I'm okay with being by myself.
Facts.
Like, we out here just dealing with whatever just to say we got somebody.
Peace to you, Ron, too. I see my guy Ron came in here. Just want to shout him out. Ron Planetarian. I love Ron, man. That's a good dude right there, man. Me and him just spoke personally. Like I fuck with Ron. But yeah, you
Hi, Ron.
yeah, Ron. This is a beautiful soul here. This goddess here.
Thank
She
you.
said some things that touched me, and it's hard to do that with me because I'll be like, what the fuck ever. But no, you said some things where I'm like, bro, I gotta download this and repost it. Like, god damn, because like it be
Yeah.
yeah, you be saying stuff that I wish other goddesses would come out and say. Like, you know what I'm saying? The same way I feel like I say things
Yeah,
that I wish,
you do.
other
You
men would
do.
say, like especially
But,
the about the children, you know what I mean?
yeah, but not even what you said about your hair the other day. Man, I remember telling my son he needed to do something with his hair. As his hair be looking like yours. And I'm like, look, let me at least braid it. So let me tame your hair. And so when you said that, it brought me right back to that day. Like, I put my son in the box. You know what I'm saying?
I grew up with that. That's why I said it.
Yeah. And now my son is worried about his hair. And I'm over here looking like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang. It's like we just, man.
I never went more than like 2 weeks without a haircut. I always had a fresh cut. If you look at any picture or video of me for over maybe 3 or 4 years ago, because I started growing my hair about 2 years ago, I had a fresh cut. To the point where you see my shape up, right? Don't my shape up look decent? I
Mm-hmm.
ain't had a haircut in about 2.5 years. And my shape up still look better than niggas who ain't get a haircut in, you know what I'm saying? Because my hair has been trained, but it's
Like you
growing
just
quite well.
said, it's been
Yeah.
trained, and that's the sad part. And I know, like with me, up until 2020, I was wearing weaves. Up until 2020, I was wearing weaves, and then my spirit self was like, cut your hair off and start your locks. And I was supposed to shave my hair, but I didn't because I was still vain. I was like, I can shave my hair off, not. So I cut it down like 2 inches and started my locks. And excuse me, I, last year in May, I was told to shave my head, and I did it. Shave my hair off to the knee, and kept my head wrapped for over a year. Every time I went outside or was in public or around people, my head was wrapped. And that was the best thing I ever done for myself because my antennas are pure. There's no chemicals in my hair from inside of my body or from the outside. So the messages that I'm receiving, man. All right. I'm watching the kids. I'm watching the kids.
No, they wanted to go too.
Okay. Oh, so I'll probably okay. Lock the door because I ain't gonna hear shit. Okay. Sorry about that. But
Right.
it's like I could really like Thanksgiving yesterday. Everybody was on they hype, and I was just like, I grabbed my book. I had my book, and this is what I was doing yesterday. I was reading this. I'm sitting here and I'm reading and I'm getting my messages and I'm doing me. Like, it's a different type of download. It's a different type of download now that my antennas are pure. And that's why I've been pushing so hard for us to stop using chemicals and to stop putting that hair on our head. Because once you do, whoo, ain't no coming back. Ain't no turning back. Like, nope.
Yeah. Yeah. You become a better person, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My grandma went through that too. She used to wear fake hair a lot. And I liked it because I like blue hair. So I used to love when she got blue braids or
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, had blue hair.
Yeah.
She dyed her hair for me. She dyed it colors actually. It was blue green. It was like bluish greenish and her hair fell out. And
Mm-hmm.
honestly, after that, she cried so much and like she just grew her hair back and then she locked it and like her hair long as shit now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But I'm glad that she stopped. Like, she wouldn't have stopped if that didn't happen. So, you know what I mean? All of us, if something happened that sends that.
Yeah, it needed to happen to get her on the journey she on.
Yeah, like me, you know, I just, you know, what really helped change me was just going through the George Floyd thing, because when that happened, I really sat down and wondered hard, why do they not like black people? Like, and that answer of because the color of our skin, it wasn't flying for me. I was like, nah, yo, because they don't even like us when skin light. Even, you know what I'm saying? Even if your skin light, they don't like you if you black. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, it's something else. It's not this color. That's when I was looking into it. And I was like, yo, that's when I started getting into. It was more religious with the, you know, Islamic, you know, saying, you know, hate white people. That's the best. And I was like, yeah, you know. So I was like hearing that out, but then I was hearing inconsistencies, and I was like, I ain't really feeling that, you know. And then I got into Malcolm X, and you know, I researched Malcolm X heavy. I watched almost every interview he ever had and every speech, and I was like, yo, Malcolm was on to something. Like, you know what I'm saying? He made the statement, you know, that we didn't land on Plymouth Rock landed on us. And you know, people understand the allegory in that Plymouth Rock represents where they came here from when they said they came on the mate, you know, whatever the ship was.
They came to us. We were already here.
Right. So he was trying to say that. And, you know, I was like, yo, he was on to something with that. He had split from religion when he realized it. So I was like, so either way, I trust my brother enough to know that there was some inconsistency he found with religion and knowing that. So I was like, so I know that ain't the way to go. So this is him not dying in vain. Like, you know what I'm saying? We know how you say, oh, he died for nothing. Like, no, because his death showed that to me. Like, oh, nah, because that happened. So now, you know, I had a whole different understanding of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, so for real, like, and that's one thing, like, on this journey, man, like, it's stuff being revealed to me every day. Like, I had to go look up the etymology of the word love. Man, I'm so tired of this. Every time I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to look up the word, but if I'm being led to look it up, I know something wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? And it's to the point where I don't even want to talk anymore. It's like I don't want to speak to people.
Right. I feel you.
Because we cast the spells not realizing it. And it's like, man, like the more I see, the more I'm angry, but it's like I don't want to be that person. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm not angry with my species, but the other species, it's like I'm angry, but then I gotta have a heart that light as his feather, so I can't even be angry with you, huh?
Yeah.
The who? Okay. You gonna burn the house up? No, I just want to let you know that it was on. Okay. But it's like, you know, like I'm sitting here and I'm like, I can't, I gotta have a heart that's light as a feather. You know what I'm saying? So I can't be too angry with him. I gotta go out there in that sun, let that sun hit me, and I gotta get my upgrades while they get okay. So that's what I'm doing. When I tell you I be out there sunbathing, and you know I'll be in Las Vegas and it'll be 100-something degrees, and I'm out there. It was the high was 117. At 117, and when I tell you I was good. I wasn't about to pass out, dehydrated, thirsty. I was good at 117 for 30 minutes outside sunbathing. So
yeah,
it's like no, like when I tell you, and I came in that house, I wasn't hungry all day. I didn't want nothing to eat. I was good. And so it's like, you know, I let the sun get them. I'm gonna let the universe do what it do with them. I don't have to fight you. I ain't gotta argue with you. The one thing I can say is you're not gonna speak to me. You know what I'm saying? Like we not doing that. Like you stay in your lane and you go deal with what you got to deal with, and I'm gonna keep elevating over issues. That's it. Like I don't have. There's no ill will. I don't have time for that with you. I'm too busy trying to heal my people.
Do you have? Let me ask you this: do you have any, you know,
Caucasian friends or white friends?
No,
Like that you?
no,
No.
nope. Mm-mm. I
Do
don't have
you
one
feel?
white person in my phone. Like, I didn't even trip off of that. Like, I thought about it one day, and I was like, damn, I really don't. Like, I don't. I don't. And I
Not
noticed, like,
one white person in my phone.
I
Look,
don't.
you know what I want to say. For me, it's like I don't feel. I feel like I don't know. I'm not. I don't feel anything against them, honestly.
I just don't fuck with
When
them.
it comes, look, let me. I just want to make sure I'm clear. Like I don't feel anything like in terms of like hatred. Like I feel like I wouldn't be. Let me not say hatred. Let me say I can't be cordial with them. Because I understand. I have to treat them each individually just because I understand their position, and a lot of them don't even know what we know. Like a lot of them, they was lied to, like the same
True,
way we think. You know
true,
what I'm saying? I know
true,
you know this, so I ain't preaching to you. I'm
true,
just giving
true,
my
true.
perspective. So what I say on it is like I treat them as they come, but when it comes to me talking to my people, I always make it clear that like they have to understand my perspective. You know what I'm saying? I have to watch my people be ignorant every day. I know things that I know they don't know. You have to understand. I want to tell them. You know what I'm saying? If you got a problem with that, then I feel like that's something you got to deal with on your end.
Right,
It's not
right.
really an issue. You know what I mean? But I do. I will say I feel a little bit of empathy for them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's empathy or borderline sympathy. From the perspective of, I'm talking about the one specifically. No. Hear me out. I'm talking about just from a. I'm not talking about in a totality, but from the
No,
perspective of me being able to
I
be
get it.
cordial with them. I'm saying like they to wake up every day. Yeah, and I was just saying this. I don't know if you saw the live when I was saying this recently. To wake up every day and know that there's a big ass ball out there that's killing you
30,
and
man.
killing your
And
children. You know what I'm
that's what I was
saying?
gonna say.
And
I
you
get
know
it.
that
I
this
get it.
thing is a threat to your entire existence. Like to wake up with that over your head every day, I feel like it's kind of weight enough. Like whether or not you trying to hide it and suppress it, and I know that the talks at your dinner table are different than the talks at our dinner table. Like we don't, you know what I'm saying? So I look at it
Hmm.
like, look, we all here. You live how you live. But if we but I do feel like, look, I feel like given the positioning that they are in, I feel like being cordial with them should take place in the event that they are um, able to assist the overall shift. And I say that because, like, if it was a situation where some robbers broke into my crib, they, gun butted up my family, got us tied up, and then somehow we get the guns and they, blah blah blah. I feel like if they fucked up the house and all that, help clean this shit up for you get out. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I mean? Wherever you going, help clean this shit out, or you fix what you did on your way to fuck out. So I feel like our people is in fucked up situation. So shit like Section 8, shit like food stamps, shit like grants, all of that. Yeah, hand that over. Y'all need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I come to the city and say, hey, I got such and such, I need 50,000 for this. I don't want to hit no no's. Like, what you mean no? Y'all took my shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be not cordial with you, but when I am cordial with you, I expect you to understand what our positioning is. Like, I'm asking you for help because you took everything I had from me and then told me I gotta come back and get it from you, and then killed me if I spoke up about it. So now I'm coming to you cordial to say, hey, this is my position, and can you know what I mean? And so far, it don't seem like that's a problem. But when you start to not be cordial, that's when it becomes a problem. So I guess it's just the decision to make on whether or not you're willing to, you know what I mean, like be cordial. In
And
my
see,
case, because of my position in this matrix, I feel like kings have to move a certain way.
okay, so let me give you my perspective. Okay,
Hmm?
um, I know for me, um, I don't feel like I should have to go to them like that. Well, put it this way: I know in a certain time frame, none of this is going to be in existence anyway. You know what I mean? So I'm not moving in a way to where I'm still trying to work with them. I'm trying to build in a way where they won't be here.
Hmm.
Like I said, I'm not looking to them for anything. And I'm gonna be honest with you.
Hmm.
I bought my house in 2021 in May, right? May 2021, I bought my house. I've only paid one note, and my note is current right now. Okay. I haven't clocked into an actual job since May of 2000. I mean, since December 28th, 2018. Okay. Um, yeah, I haven't. The universe has been providing for me um, since I've been on my journey. And since I've been on my shit, I haven't had to really go and be like, hey, none of that. Like, I've just been doing what I'm supposed to do. And I had a lady come up to me a couple of months ago. I was at an event, I had a little stand at an event. And this lady that I know from, my area, I haven't seen her in over a decade. She has a nonprofit I used to go and volunteer at. But even when I was volunteering there, I never really had a conversation with her. I was never one of them people that wanted to be, up next to the boss or what they call a boss. I was just there to do my job and going about my business. But the lady came up to me. She said, I expect to hear from you in a couple of days. And I said, I'm looking at her like, okay. I was like, well, I got some products for you. You and your program's done a lot for me and my kids. I just want to give you this bag, this is that. And she said, well, I really expect to hear from you. And I'm looking crazy. Like, you to hear from me for what? And she said, we still got some money left over from COVID. I want to pay your bills. And I said, man, you know how good that felt? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? And so, she helped me, my sister, my cousin, my daughter. She helped us all because of me and my character, because I hadn't seen her in over a decade. And so after she did that, I said, you know what, I'm gonna come up there and volunteer again. It's been a minute. Let me do that. And so I went to go volunteer, and I seen things that she needed help with. I see little holes in the program. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna come back for a month. I'm gonna help you through this season, and I'm gonna help you out around here because I see things that need to be done. So I was planning on volunteering for a month. This lady looked at me and said, well, at least let me pay you for half the time while you're here.
Son.
So I'm like, okay, but it worked out like that because I wasn't looking. Like I tell people all the time, I'm not looking for no money. I don't trip off of money. Money comes. I'm not chasing money. I'm not worried about money. I'm not, how do I put it? Like, I'm not selling my soul. We've sold our soul for so long for a piece of paper. And then, they hit us with the money don't grow on trees. Where do you think paper come from? We've been conditioned to disregard who we are for a piece of paper with the old slave owner's face on it. Like, come on now. Are you for real? Like, no, we can't do that no more. So once I stopped looking at it as, I don't care, what's going on. I got to get up and go to work every day because I got to do this. I got to pay this. I got to pay that. Once I stopped looking at it like that, this shit start paying itself. Shit. Just start paying itself. Like, if you check my shit, my mortgage is current, but I've only paid one payment out of my pocket. I haven't paid shit but that one payment. And it's been getting paid. My lights is paid. My gas is paid. Like, all my shit is paid. Like, I'll be sitting there and out of nowhere, I'll get a random check in the mail or a random cash out from somebody. And it'll be right on time. Like, I was doing something the other day and somebody ended up ordering some stuff from me online. I'm like, oh, I needed that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, I don't be sitting there stressing about what I need. It just come because I'm doing what I came here to do. I will sit here and talk to anybody about getting their health together, detoxing and, just getting on the right path. And I'm right now, I'm in the process of trying to get a program together to where we can have like a hotline or something for people to really do our type of therapy. You know what I'm saying? Because most of us can't talk to a therapist about the shit we done did or the shit we done been through without getting locked up or in either in prison or in the fucking 5150 hospital. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But by us not being able to have those conversations, we can't fully heal. So again, like, I'm out here doing what I'm supposed to do, and I'm going to do it without having to go to them to get the funding to do it. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I was sitting there, I started this nonprofit in 2019, and it didn't take off like I wanted it to, and I couldn't understand why. And so the other day when I was helping this lady out, I was looking at the whole program. Now she was supposed to mentor me on, how to get my stuff up and running like hers. But as I'm looking at her program, I'm like, I don't want my program to be like yours. Like they was passing out stuff for Thanksgiving food boxes and stuff like that. And they have hygienes and toiletries and all this stuff. But I'm like, everything you give to people, I know it's hurting them. So I don't want a program where I'm handing out Thanksgiving boxes. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Why would I help you do it? You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to hand out Christmas toys. No. So I don't want that type of program, but at one point I did. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, dang, like, you passing out toothpaste and, you know what I'm saying? Everything you giving these people is killing them.
Right.
So it's like, now that I got a different perspective, it's like, nah, I don't, this ain't what I want. This don't look like success to me no more. Like success to me is just seeing my people elevate past needing the low vibrational shit.
Right. Like the water challenge.
Yeah, like how I remember when you talked and he was like, yeah, I just use coconut oil. You know what I'm saying? And I'm,
oh yeah.
Yeah, there's little stuff like that. And it's like, that's it. Like it's stuff that simple that we could pass on each other and just tell each other, hey, this is what I use. I tell people all the time, hey, you can use this and that. You don't need to buy it from me. You can get it from yourself. It's perfectly fine. But just to pass on that knowledge and information is something we need to do. And so we don't need them to do that. We don't need them for that. Like I said, eventually they're not going to be here no more. So we need to start building our own shit without them in mind. Because they're not going to be here to tell us what to do.
Yeah, we got to get people not even, that's, what I try to do to contribute is just help people work on themselves. Because I'm hearing an echo, that's why but now
it's crazy because the lady I was just talking about was just calling me. I just sent her the voicemail.
You didn't magnetize it. But now, I really just try to focus on us bettering each other, and I really try to focus on the children because these adults, they kind of gone. So, and the children are really being preyed on, and they vulnerable. And I look at the children, and then I look at the adults. Like we just came from the laundromat. You know what I mean? We was at the public laundromat where we there. It's a big one. And there's some kids there, they running around. One of them fell, hit his face on the ground, and his nose all running, snot all over his face. He come over to us, try and touch the kids and all of that, and the parents is just somewhere gone. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, yo, whose kid? I literally got it. Then I literally put my hand on a kid's shoulder, like, yo, who kid is this? I'm like, yo, hold up, like, cause he just walked up, bouncing through, like, I'm like, whoa, yo, you know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. Like these children, they just out here, like, and the thing is, we can't just we can do anything. It ain't avoid, but it's not best that we just ignore it, because even if you feel like it don't affect you because you're gonna go off into a hut somewhere, your children gotta be around those children. You know what I'm saying? People you love have to be around those children. So I don't want my child to be walking down the street to the store and then little Chucky Badass, run up and just want to play the knockout game and hit them in their face and they fall and hit the concrete, and now my child unconscious because we didn't take the time to build each other up to not do silly shit like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
right. No, you're absolutely right.
It's crazy. Like I really think about how dumbed down we've become.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like to the point where they have let me not speak this into existence, but some of the things that I notice is that these hashtags can be very influential. You know what I mean? When they make like this water challenge, I'm telling you, I talk about this a lot, unfortunately, because it irritates me, but this water challenge dance thing, it frustrates you. I'm a father of 4 daughters. You know what I mean?
I don't know what it is, but I've heard you speak on it before, but I don't know what it is.
I didn't know what it was until somebody, I don't know if it was playing around me or somebody mentioned it, and I was like, what the hell are they talking about? And I checked the hashtag, and it's millions of, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just people, it's a dance. You know that song, Make Me Sweat, Make Me Wet, Make Me Lose My Breath. And it'll be like a girl twerking doing a dance or a guy, you know what I mean? And it's like it'd be young children doing it. And the song says, make me water, make me wet, make me sweat,
Right.
make me lose my
Right.
breath. And they dump water on their butt while they twerking, like, and it's children doing it. And I'm like, bro, this is insane. We watching this and everybody just cool with it. You got parents doing it with their daughters. I'm
But
like,
you know what? Let me tell you something. I seen one of my family members yesterday do a TikTok with her son, and it was something like, I'm the nigga that bitches want, or some shit like that. And my nephew is what, 10? You doing this with your 10-year-old son? I was like,
right.
I just unfollowed her. Like, I like you said, you can't make everybody see what they. I just unfollowed her. Like, I'm not taking part in this shit. Like, this is what I'm not doing.
One
Like,
perspective relatable to that, that I spoke on, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just wanted to get it remembered, is that, like, when oh shit, I lost it. That's why I should have just said it. Hold up.
yeah,
Wait, what was you look? Oh, excuse me.
the parents doing the stuff with the kids that ain't inappropriate.
Look, it's gone now. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
It was
I'm sorry. If you want to get ready to jump in, just jump in, okay?
Yeah, go
But
ahead.
but yeah, she when I seen it, I just unfollowed her, because it's like, you know, we raise our kids like this, and then when something go wrong, we act like we don't know why it's wrong. It's like, your son is 10 and you got him over here talking about he the nigga.
Okay, I remember.
Right.
You said jump in. So listen, one of the things that I mentioned was that we as men, right, we always get sort of like accosted for not being, good fathers, not being there for our children, And I always said, where were we supposed to learn that from? Like being a father. And it's like, this is a situation that shows, like, why we're expected of something that we are not in position to know. You know what I mean? Because this is showing us as men that we're supposed to move a certain way, and obviously, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Right. Yeah, and it's like, I had to tell my sister the other day, because we have the same mother, but we had two different versions of our mother, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember a certain version of her, and I was like, to me, I had a better version than she did. But I realized the only reason why I had the better version than she did is because whenever she came around me was when she was in her process of getting clean. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I got the so-called clean version of her. But then I do recall, because my dad raised me, so I recall a time when the only time I seen my mama is when she came to whoop me. My daddy would call my mama to come with me, so she would have to stop smoking dope wherever she was and catch the bus to where we lived at and come with me. So, when she got to me, it was going down, right? It was going down. And that was the only time I saw my mom. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really have a mother figure. So when I had my kids, I'm telling my kids, like, y'all don't know what y'all had, because I'm here with y'all every day. Like, my mama wasn't with me. You know what I'm saying? And my friends going out, going clubbing and all that shit, I'm at home with y'all every night. And I didn't have guys running in and out the house. I didn't do none of that. Like, I was a single parent. At 16, I was emancipated with twins. Like, the court said I was fit to be on my own at 16 with twins. So I was on my own. All that time, I didn't get no child support. I wasn't on Section 8, none of that. Just raising my kids. And so I tell my kids now, like, look, there was no handbook for parenting. I didn't have that role model. Most males don't have role models, because most of y'all parents, just like my parents, crackheads, alcoholics, heroin addicts.
Right.
Our parents were victims of what do I call them? Prisoners of chemical warfare. So now we sit and we're the babies from that. And then half of us ended up on something. We was either selling dope or got killed behind dope, in jail behind dope. Like, and it was, the irony of it is, I know so many people whose parents was on drugs and they were selling drugs. So it's like, you selling the same thing that got you. I mean, like, the same reason why you out here is what you selling. You out here because you can't afford to eat, because your mama done sold all your food stamps. Now you out here taking somebody else's mama food stamps.
Yep.
Like, what are we doing? You know,
Self-perpetuating. Yep.
man, and then you out here, you done shot your best friend over $100.
Yep.
You know, or this nigga think I'm a punk, and you know all of this, and so now the children now are the products of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and like I was sitting, I watch my family, and I'm watching my grandkids, and I'm just watching everybody, and I'm just like, I see the difference in the generations. Like now we have a generation of kids or even men that sit in front of a video game all day.
Yeah.
And they living in virtual reality. And it's like, damn. Like my grandson is 3 years old and he know what GTA is. He come to I'm over here at my cousin's house. He come in there, look at my cousin's TV. He like, oh, you playing GTA? I'm like, huh? He 3.
Yeah.
And he know how to play these games. And I said, well, what do you do when you die on the game at your daddy's house? Oh, I just give him to my daddy because it's his turn.
Yeah. I mean, I let them play the game, but I definitely monitor the same way I do with what they watch.
Yeah.
You know, what they play.
Yeah, you got to. You have to.
That, I think video games can be good because they, they do help with hand-eye coordination and brain function, thinking, but it has to be a certain game. Like you can't be playing
certain games, but you like that type of game. Come on, man. Nah.
No, GTA is not gonna. GTA help you want to hurt people. Like it'll help you think about doing some fucked up shit. But
And my grandson is angry, and that's why I keep telling him like he's angry, but he don't realize he's angry. Like if you take something from him, he'll kick you. And that's because in the game he kicking people, and he don't know that it hurts. So he's kicking his sister and hitting his sister and throwing stuff at his sister when she don't get what he wants. And I'm like, man, like, hey, like I love you dearly, little buddy, but you gonna quit putting your hands on my other baby. You know what I'm saying? Like that gotta stop. It has to stop because it's not okay. But in his mind, that's what he does all day on TV, and there's no consequences.
Right.
So he's not at a point where he can consciously analyze the fact that he's hurting her. He's actually going to hurt her if he swings on her. He doesn't realize that after he connects, and he's like, I'm sorry. No, sorry don't fix what you just did.
Yeah, this is what parents, these are the dots that parents need to have connected. And that's why, that's kind of why I started the page. You know what I mean? Jay Get to the Father, and I wanted to promote fatherhood because I felt like, there's a missing link there with the parents explaining to children what things are. Like parents don't explain things. And one of the things I always wondered, right, was why do we send our children to a school to learn things that we know? Like even when I was younger, I used to be like, Ma, don't you know addition? Can't you just teach it to me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why I got
program to do it? We went to school and it just became a thing.
My oldest daughter, when she was 5, I taught her addition, subtraction, multiplication. When she was 6, she was learning division, like, and she was learning this during the summer on an easel in her room with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I used to give them problems. Even when they got older, when she was in virtual school, and she's still in virtual school, but in virtual school, I still made her classwork. Like, you know what I'm saying? I give a list of things for her to answer. Like now, back then when I was making them, I was still asleep. This was about maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I was just, you know what I'm saying? So I would make it things like, who invented such and such, who was the senator of this state. I just wanted it to get to the point where you know how to research and find stuff. Now it would be things like, what is a neuron? You know what I'm saying? Like what is, you know what I'm saying? What makes the heart rate, pump and things like that. But at the end of the day, I think parents should just try to engage the children themselves, try to teach the children, get them in virtual school or homeschool. I know virtual school is still going to be school, but at the end of the day, if you, a lot of parents, they fear they won't take their kids out of school because they fear like, oh, I gotta have them in school. Like I can't, because there is something called a truancy law. Truancy law is what they say if you miss anything, they blah blah blah. So a lot of parents, they like, I'm not taking my child up. So I always tell them, So I always tell them, look, put your child in virtual school. If you put them in virtual school, they're at home with you, got a laptop, you control that laptop. If you want them to be out of school, guess what you do? You close that laptop. You know what I'm saying? I know because I have my kids in virtual school. You all of their work you'll be able to see on the laptop. You can see what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? When the teacher talking, you can see and overhear, bitch, what did you just say to my child? Like you're there. Like I'm just
Right,
saying that's better
right.
than sending your
Send
child
them
into
to
a building with a
school,
bunch of
right.
people. Like at
Yeah,
least do that. So that way, once you hear what this teacher is saying, you can defrag to the child. Look at this bullshit. In fact, you can actually use the teacher as a learning tool for your child to show, look what they doing. You can say, look, she teaching you this shit. Peep this. Boom, 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 boom. Look at this shit. That's actually what I used to do with my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So when they
yeah.
did shit, like tell them such and such, I would be like, okay, look this up. So they would tell them in school that they got with this new they got a new food chart now. It's called, I forgot what it's called, like U food or something like that they got in schools. And they telling them that they gotta eat sugar. Like it's actually, the pyramid
Okay.
we had that had,
Yeah, that's crazy as
vegetables.
shit.
Yeah, now they got an extra part at the top that they sugar. And I was like, you gotta eat sugar. So they saying, yeah, you can eat a certain amount. I said, what? I looked up for
Let's
them on the
see.
computer, showed them what sugar does, explained it to them. I said, now, why would they be telling you that? She was like, So I'm like, you in position to show them that it's facts that they trying to lie to you when you got them in virtue. It's better.
Right. See, and my baby, my grandbaby, she's in school right now. She don't want to be there. And I tell her, I was like, well, once you learn how to read really good, then I'll pull you out. Like, once you just need to learn how to read from him, and I got you on everything else. And she tells me, she said, Granny, you know why I want to be at school? I said, why? She said, because there's nobody like me there.
Mm.
Because she's magical. Like, she's spiritual, she's gifted, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I have to sneak and pick the flowers, Granny. Like, she said,
Oh,
I just want to
no,
pick the
you gotta get
flowers.
her
She's
out
like,
of there.
yeah, she's like, she be having flowers in her pocket and stuff, like she's one of them. She's a little fairy,
Mm-hmm.
And so she's not in the right setting, and she knows it. So she goes there, and she's always been one to, she dances to her own beat, And so now she's, you got to stand in line for lunch. Everybody got to sit the same way. And, I had to explain to them, like, she don't sit crisscross applesauce. She never has. So when you making her sit like that, it hurts her legs. So she's not going to sit like that anymore. And teacher's like, oh, okay, well, why did she say something? Because she is afraid. She didn't want to tell the teacher that she was in pain. So she was just sitting there in pain because she didn't want to get in trouble. So I'm telling my daughter, like, this ain't okay. No, this not all right. So I tell my baby, I'm like, just hurry up and learn how to read, and I'm going to snatch you out of school. Like, I don't want you here as is, but you don't want to learn how to read with us. So learn how to read, and I'm going to snatch you out. And so she was like, okay, give me a couple of months, Granny, like, and I'll be out. Because I'm like, no, we're not doing this. And I have to teach my daughter, like, she's, like I said, my grandbaby's magical. Like how me and you talking right now, I can hang up with you and call her, and she will bring up something we're talking about.
Oh, wow.
That's how gifted she is. Like, she's the reason why I stopped eating seafood. She told me, she said, Granny, you're not supposed to eat seafood. I said, why? She said, them your Maya friends, and she don't talk to people that eat her friends. That's why she talked to me and not you. So when you're dealing with people with beings like her, she not meant to be in nobody's classroom. Me and her, 4th of July, all the rest of the kids, they want to see fireworks, this, and that. Me and her was in the backyard, covered with dirt and mud, doing a spiritual dance while everybody else was watching fireworks. So, like I said, she's different. So when you have a returned spirit like that, you you gotta be more mindful, even if you think it's just a little bit. Because she came and she was like, Granny, they told me about George Washington, So I was like, oh no, like, so I had to break that down to her. You know what I'm saying? And so she knows what she's being told is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even have to tell her it was wrong. Like, she knew it. She came to me with the Like, why they teach you? Like, why they tell me that? But the average one of us that comes back, and as soon as they get here, we're already conditioning them to go to school, right? And the one reason why a lot of us end up in school is because it's so-called daycare for us.
Yeah.
That's we got all these bills. Most of us are single parents. Even with a 2-income household, you can barely meet the bills. So you can't afford childcare. You got to send your kid to school. You can't nobody sit at home with your kid and just be with your kid. You know, you can't just sit there. I would have loved to have been able to sit at home with my kids every day, but I couldn't. So they were in school. Then you put them in an after school program. And now they in this and in that. And by the time you get home from work after being in traffic and everything, it's time to feed them and go to bed. So you don't have no time with your own kids. Like it's a whole the system is set up like that. It's set up so we happily hand them our children. That's when COVID hit and everybody was sitting in the house. What was they complaining about? Open the schools back up. I need to send my kid to school. Now you begging these people to do this to your kids.
Yeah.
They was begging to go back to work and to send their kids back to school.
What's that? Oh, it's gonna get loud for a minute. Hold up, I gotta do something. Pump something up. But yeah, when can you still hear me over that?
Yeah, I can hear you.
my apologies, y'all. When school opened back up, right? I was when school opened back up, I was in the project at the time, and everybody was outside, you know, happy, talking about, yeah, they finally back in school. Oh my goodness, yes, get out of here, go to school. You know what I'm saying? I said, damn, that, you know, it's funny because people say to us all the time, right? Especially because, you know, when we had I don't have my 2 eldest daughters because, you know, again, I ain't gonna go into that, but, you know, they'll be back. But when we had all of them, it would be us with them 2 and then them 3, you know what I'm saying? And people would be like, oh my goodness, are y'all okay? Like, I'm like, yeah, we cool. And then they would be like, y'all, I know y'all hands full. I know y'all done, right? Ready to. And I'd be like, no, I can't wait to have the next one. And then she'll be like, yeah. And they'll be like, what? And they'll start making me be like, why do y'all want to? And I'd be like, bro, like they're really, you know, my goddess had somebody, she over here playing Monopoly. My goddess had somebody like tell her that she shouldn't have no more children and she wrong for having. What you mean? He had a whole back and forth. He was having a whole back and forth by telling her she can't keep having children. That's wrong. She has to live her life, and she's taking her life from herself, and you can't just be giving your life to your children. I said, man, listen, I don't know.
Man, you should have thumped him in the middle of his damn forehead and tell him to go sit in the corner and think about what he just said wrong.
Look, and then he gonna try to tell her father because he's a friend of her dad's, right? He gonna try to tell her dad he need to get her. He need to tell her. He need to stop her.
Give him the worst. I'm trying to tell. Like, I have a cousin who has like 13 kids, right? And then her sister has none. And so her daughter, you know, has like 5 or 6, and she having another one. She gonna be just like her mom. It's like, what's wrong with them? There's nothing wrong with children. Children are beautiful. And if you took the time to actually step outside of yourself to see, it's beautiful to be able to have someone to interact with that's pure. Like my best friend is my grand gift. That's my best friend. I'm waiting on her to get dropped off now. That's my best friend. We do everything together. And it's like I'm the book that I'm reading, you know, it's it talks about a village in Africa, right? And the man said that for the first couple of years in the villages out there, when the child is born, the first couple of years it spends with the grandparents. And so it makes sense because it was like the child is just coming back from the spirit realm, and the grandparents are on their way, so they have a lot of information to exchange. And I said, well, that makes a lot of sense because even with my grand gift, my grandson, I realized with him, I understood him better before he could speak. When he couldn't speak physical words, we had conversations. Once he started talking, I couldn't understand him. And so it's like, we don't look at these children like they are the ancestors return that they are. Like, they're our brothers and sisters, and I'm thankful that you guys are allowing them to come back, because I know I'm guilty of getting abortions, and being on birth control, because I was convinced that children were a burden, or it was too much effort, and I had too much on my hands already, and I was caught up in this world and not in the spiritual realm, because in this world it was too much. But from what I experience now, there's nothing that I can't manifest for myself. So it's like, I'm thankful that you guys are having the children that you're having. If I could have more right now, I would. And my babies are 26 and 19, and I would start all over again with what I know now. So, like I said, I take my hat off to y'all. Like, you guys, every time I see y'all on there, and y'all just be just as smiling and happy, and kids was doing what they want to do, and it's just like, this is a beautiful family. You guys are a beautiful family.
I appreciate it.
You are like, I hey sis, but y'all are. I love y'all. I love to see the videos of y'all. Like, I'll be scrolling by, and as I'm scrolling, I'll stop on yours and pull it back down and be like, okay, let me watch, and it just be the kids walking down the sidewalk. It would be something that simple. Something that simple.
Yeah.
But it's just the love and the energy that comes from that is beautiful. And so many people, like, and the fact that you're allowing your children to be children, because like you said, the little challenge you was talking about, I see so many little girls on here. Their parents got them looking like they 20 and they 2.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, like, it's rare to see an authentic family, and that's what I see when I look at y'all.
I
And
appreciate it.
seriously, and that's like, when the little stuff that y'all go through, that's why y'all go through it, because y'all authentic, and it's trying to break you or could get you back on the wrong path. It won't, because y'all too strong for that. So that's why I'm like, I know y'all, whatever y'all going through is about to be over soon. I'm just gonna tell y'all that. But I see that coming. But
me too.
It's coming, because y'all, just like I said with me, I had to. Basically, I was told, as long as you do what you're supposed to do, you don't have nothing else to worry about. And once I actually started doing what I was supposed to do, I didn't have nothing to worry about. I went through some shit, but it doesn't faze me no more.
You're very cool.
So yeah, you guys, like I said, and I see y'all with y'all pinatas and stuff. Like, y'all look like y'all be having fun when y'all be making stuff. Like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it goes back to that black love, the whole meaning of this lie to begin with, that pure black, or so-called black love. That's what I see when I see y'all, the black family.
Yeah.
Like, y'all ain't watered down. Y'all ain't none of, like, y'all's pure. It's pure and it's beautiful. It really is. So that's what I need to tell you guys. I love y'all. I really do. Because we don't see that often on here.
Yeah, I appreciate you. And I was making fun of her because she over there crying. Now you got me. Nah, I was, cause you. I was alright. She kept going. Like, I'm like, alright, I get it. Like, I appreciate you. Like, nah, seriously, because like, no, you have no idea like what we go through personally. Like, I ain't even going, so like that really like mean more than you like have any idea. Because
I know. You ain't gotta tell me. I know what I see. I know what I see. And that's why I'm saying this to y'all, because it's not easy. It's not. It wasn't meant to be easy for y'all. Because you guys are.
yeah. But we good. The thing is we good. Like I just really, my biggest concern is my know, like I care about other people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really care about other people so much, like so much that I care about what people gonna think about me. I don't even care about our situation. Like we could be under a bridge somewhere. I'm good, but I'm worried about how you gonna not accept me because of that. So I want to try to help you be able to be good with me, so I could do what I want to do, which is inspire and influence you. You know what I'm saying? Like me personally, I'm good. We all good. The time you should worry about us, like I tell people, worry about us if you see us not. You know what I'm saying? If you see us not, you know what I mean? But we good. I just really be personally, I just let you into a little bit of my personal side without telling all of it. But you know, personally in our personal life outside this internet shit, like I just want, you know, people to really understand that like
Right.
it's a lot. It's a lot sometimes, like, you know what I'm saying, in terms of people not getting that, like we're following something. Like we get a lot of people that's like, why you don't do this, why you don't do that, oh why you know I don't like to talk about this stuff because because I don't care. But I'm just mentioning it because I feel the need to open up the curtain a little bit. But like, people, why y'all do this, y'all should do this and that, you know what I mean? Like I stopped working maybe about 3 years ago. You know what I mean? I got laid off from a job, and then the other job I left. And they told me I could come back. I told them I was not interested because I wasn't spending no time with my daughters. You know what I'm saying? And I was feeling like shit. So I left. And a lot of people, oh, what kind of man? How can you be a man and you don't have a job? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, how can you be a man and your kids don't know?
There you go. There you go. That's why I said you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. That's why I said what I said. You're doing the right thing. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, my dad, he was a cryogenic engineer at Stanford. He was gone down there all day. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody was with me. I was by myself. Man, let me tell you, I think I was 13 or 14 years old. I had a 2-bedroom apartment across the street from my school, and I lived by myself.
Mm-hmm.
My dad paid the bills. My brother left me weed. My other brother left me alcohol. I slept with a Tech 9 under my pillow at 14. You hear me? My daddy was with his girlfriend. My brother was with his girlfriend. My other brother was, and my mama was with my sister daddy. Nobody was there with me. Even though I went through all of that, I still made it to where I'm supposed to be, but it probably took me a little bit longer than it would have had I had the proper house setting. You get what I'm saying? And guidance, and I didn't have none of that. So for you to say, you know what? Yeah, job, I'm good, buddy. These neuromelanated women that I'm raising need me. Man, fuck them people, okay? Fuck them people. You doing what you're supposed to do, because it's all about, like, the children are our future. It's all about them. It's all about them. They need you, especially right now, because right now it's a critical time. Because right now it's when they determine who they are and remember their genius. So they need you at home with them more than they need you at work. And in our reality, if it wasn't for the system being created the way that it was, none of us would be at work. The only work we was doing was tending to the fields or doing the little stuff that we were doing to maintain our lifestyle. All this extra shit, we wasn't going to work to buy no 70-inch TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, we wasn't doing all of that.
Right.
So the way you guys are living is getting back to who we were, which is where we on our way to anyway. You just ahead of the curve. Shit. You just ahead of everybody else. That's all. That's all. So I'm gonna tell you right now, from me to you guys, I don't think less of you as a man at all. I don't think less of you as a woman. I don't. First, I'm not really judgmental, but as far as from what I see, you guys are doing the right thing. In my eyes, you guys are doing the right thing, because all that matters is them little kids. That's it. That's it. And what everybody else gotta say, fuck them. Like, you know how many people got at me sideways yesterday because I sat in my room at my cousin's house instead of going 15 minutes to my kids and spend Thanksgiving with them. You think I gave a damn about what they had to say? Nope. My kids are honoring some shit that I ain't a part of no more. And to be honest, I know it's a ritual and what you guys are doing. So when you have to deal with the dumb shit from the ritual you just pulled off, don't call me. Shit. Don't call me because I told you don't do it. But you know how hard it is to say no to my babies? What you're doing is not wrong. So again, don't let nobody try to convince you or try to make you feel less than or anything of that nature. Anybody that got anything of that like that to say to you, cut them off. Cut them off.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. Cut them off. Like I'm the only one in my family on this journey, on both sides of my family. Like even including my children, it's just me and well my grandgifts that them they rock with me. But that's it. That's it. Like nobody else rocks with me on this. Like no nobody. I didn't even go see my dad this holiday. So I used to go see my dad on Thanksgiving. He lives in Arkansas. Last time I went to see my dad, I realized we don't have anything in common anymore. So it wasn't no need for me to go see my dad. Because I didn't feel like I wanted to go and be uncomfortable. Like,
Right.
it's okay to at least you guys have each other. I'm doing this. I ain't got no man. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit. I tell you, I have a four bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, and I live by myself. It's just me. Well, I can say by myself as far as this physical being, you know, I got a whole crew at the house with me, but it's just me physically.
Right. My phone about to die.
Okay, well, we'll finish. We'll continue another day.
I was gonna save this live actually, so I want to catch. I gotta get this charger before. Got this what you know what a charger got?
Over there by the table with my phone on it.
Oh goodness. Oh good. At least your phone on it so I can find it fast. It's already plugged up? Oh, yeah, it's already plugged up. Yeah, no, I'm good. I can just finish right here. But yeah. I'm glad we got the hop on here, you know. I definitely want to save this because it's a couple parts I want to clip back.
Yeah,
you
you do know you're the first person that got me on the live, right?
The first person? Oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, this epic right here.
you're one of the first people that got me on the live. So I normally don't do this.
You know what I mean? You know what I would love to. I want to get on live on Facebook. You got Facebook?
I just don't be on it, but I do have Facebook.
Yeah, I got 3 of them. I had one for my father, one for my gamer, and one for my artist page. They deleted my father one a while back, so they did it. It was a bunch of shenanigans. I posted about it, but they deleted it.
I can get warnings on Facebook, and I'll be forgetting my Instagram post to Facebook because I'm like, why am I getting a warning? I'll post on here. Yeah,
right. They the same. They the same niggas anyway. You know,
same people. Yeah, the same people.
But
I have live on TikTok too.
Yeah, I gotta get 1,000 followers. I ain't got 1,000 yet.
I wonder if you can go live for somebody if I can request you because I
think I can. I think I can because I was in somebody live and I think it was a button that said request to join.
Okay.
So
we'll try it on TikTok one day.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I can't wait to go live on TikTok actually. Because the audience.
Yeah, we could definitely do that.
I just
use a platform for something. Yeah, because it just be there. I go on there and I vent and go on about my business.
Right.
I just look at anybody who left a comment. I respond to the comment. Everything else I don't trip with. And if it's I delete it.
Look, TikTok is a social engineering factory. You hear me? Like TikTok is literally just social engineering. Like every post is structured to affect the psyche in some way.
Right.
To manipulate the mind or the chakra, the energies, to manipulate the thoughts, like all of it. It's to the point where I look at posts and I think I don't even pay attention to what I'm seeing. I'm paying attention to what the mind of people who are looking at this are thinking when they see it. And I'm just like, they making niggas think this. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even.
It's crazy. It's crazy because, you know, when they talk about all the madness, like, oh, TikTok's ran by China and this and that, like, oh, that's a distraction. Because if TikTok was really supposed to be what they claim it is, I wouldn't get as many violations as I do.
Not
I get
at all.
a violation every day from TikTok, from posting something about what we're going through. So if it was really that type of hype, they would be okay with what I'm saying.
You already know.
So I'm like, yeah, y'all lying. Somebody lying. Somebody's definitely lying because I shouldn't get violations every day. But I'm not getting them on Instagram.
Right.
And I'm posting the same thing. Like, come on now. I'm not.
Look, that's what I thought. That's what I thought was crazy. It's nothing that I posted on, you know, I didn't post nothing on my Facebook like that anyway. You know, I just, you know, I posted that video about the, you know, the CV. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking about that specifically, and they had gave me a warning. And then I shared it to my story. And then
that was it.
And I checked again, and my page was deleted. They were saying that I had to verify. It was a verification issue, so I had to get my ID, and I had to scan my ID and do a facial scan. So I did that, and then they said we need 24 hours to approve your verification. So I said, okay.
So we can verify with you.
So then 24 hours came back, right? They sent me a message saying, we're still unable to give you your account because there was fraudulent activity on an Instagram account that you're linked to. So I said, okay, what's the Instagram account? They sent me this Instagram name. It's like HJUUAHJJKJ. So I'm like, okay, so I look it up. That Instagram account don't exist. I'm like, so there's an Instagram account that I did something fraudulent on that don't exist. So I appealed it, and then they denied my appeal. And then they sent me another email saying, verify my identity to get back in my account. I was like, yeah, I'm playing games.
You did that to me. I had logged out of Facebook because I wasn't dealing with Facebook. I logged out. I got off social media for a while. When I went to log back in, it was like I had to verify my identity. So I tried it, and they said they couldn't verify it was me. I send you my ID, and you tell me I'm not me. So I was like, you know, forget it. So 2 years went by, and I posted, and then I got a thing from them, a notification that I was in violation, and I didn't even know they reactivated my Facebook. I'm like, how do you get open? Like, I don't even have you. And I was like, well, that's crazy. But, you know, all this shit is technology, and that's a whole nother life right there, how that shit goes. So, I'm just waiting for all this shit to be over. But go ahead and I love you guys. I just said that because I got to stop saying that word now that I know what it means. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I appreciate y'all. That's what I'm gonna say. I appreciate you.
That's our word right there. We don't say thank you. We appreciate you. That's what the kids say.
I appreciate you. Yeah, because I found out love means basically it's less than I like you or some shit like that. It's like worse than liking, or like I like you a little bit or I don't like you or some shit like that. And I was like, fuck, like that's what love means.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on etymology of words lately, so that threw me off.
Oh, that, you know, I always mention that in my lectures in the beginning. Like, I definitely think everybody should do that. It opens up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump off. I appreciate you, Goddess, for jumping on. Let me go ahead and save this. And shout out to everybody who watched this back. If you made it through here, you gotta comment. If you watched this video back and you made it through this much of the video, comment, I made it through the video, because that's dope if you did that. This video is 1 hour and 23 minutes.
Oh, wow. We've been on that long?
Yeah. So it don't really seem like it because, you know, time ain't real. Right? There's a lot of energy.
Right. Energy. Yeah, we've been vibing. So
I was saying that earlier in the video. I was like, yo, ain't it crazy? Look, I'm talking again. Look. All right, guys. Have a good night. We're going to be talking about domestic key positive people in your circle. Yeah.